Welcome back.
Well, thank you, Seth.
Thank you for finding
Straight from Iowa.
Straight from Iowa.
Yes.
You had a debate last night. It was the smallest debate, the seventh debate, the first one with only 6 people. Has it been? I mean, it must be strange in some ways because some of the people who've dropped out are colleagues of yours.
My friends, especially Kamala and Corey. So.
But is it also nicer to have a little bit more real estate over the course of 2 hours at a debate?
Yeah, you got more room,
Yeah.
motion, spread, don't run into Bernie.
Yeah.
But it is, no, it's good. And it really gives me the chance to show really 3 things. One, optimistic economic agenda for this country, given what this president does every single day, where he brings people down. And the second thing, that you're tough enough to beat him. Check. And I think the debates give you that opportunity because they see you interact with other candidates. And the third thing is that you can win, because that is the one thing that unites our party more than any. And the case that I have been making is that a lot of people are talking about it, but when you look at my record, they say women often run as they're on their record and men run in their potential. And in my case, I have won every single race every time in all of those Trump counties that we need to win, bringing in rural, suburban, and in fact, my last 3 Republican opponents have all gotten out of politics for good. And I think, given the guy in the White House, that sounds pretty nice. So.
There was a situation last night. I was getting ready to watch the debate at 9 here in the East Coast, and at around 7:30, this Giuliani-Lev Parnas news breaks. So this situation, obviously, you're prepping. The other candidates on stage are prepping. You're probably not even aware this is happening. And then in the sort of moments after the debate, the news has to balance both talking about this and talking about that. Is it frustrating to you how quickly the news cycle moves on from what happens over the course of a fairly substantive discussion of issues that happened on stage last night?
To pick the president, yes.
Yeah.
And you would like that debate and moments from the debate to be captured. But this is what it's like in the era of Donald Trump. Day after day after day, things come up. And I think it is up to us to make our own case and to not allow everyone to be distracted. And there will be those moments where people are going to focus on this primary. It will happen. It's happening right now in the early states. But given that, we've got a really important thing happening right now, and that is the impeachment trial that I'm going back to tonight.
Yes. So here's another crazy thing you have to balance, which is running for president while at the same time being a senator, while at the same time being a juror in this trial that's basically going to take place. This new information was about Marie Yovanovitch, who was a former ambassador to Ukraine. You actually, you know her.
Yes,
this is,
quite well.
What year is this trip?
Okay, this was right after Donald Trump got elected, and that is Senator McCain, who I miss very much, who's a good friend, and Senator Graham, and then Maria Yovanovitch, then the ambassador, and me. You notice my outfit. I thought I would try to fit in camouflage.
Yeah. Right.
We were actually on the front line, and that's the former president. We were on the front line, and Ambassador Yovanovitch, I note, was this lovely, lovely host, and Senator McCain respected her so much. And so when I saw her testify and saw the things the president was saying about her, much less the latest news we have now, where there's people literally trying to, at the very least, surveil her and spy on her and who knows what else. To me, it's a travesty. This is a career public servant who's done nothing but sacrifice for our country. And so I hope we remember that that's what this is about. It's about our country, people that have put their lives on the line, whether in the military or in the diplomatic corps. And we need a president that puts our country first, that doesn't put their private interests or their partisan interests in front of the interests of our country.
I agree with. I think the real question is, it's been basically a month since the article, since the president was impeached, and there was some talk about the hesitation to actually send it to the Senate. In those 30 days, as with every 30 days in the Trump presidency, so much more information has come out. Now we're going into this trial with this Yovanovitch information. Do you think that will move or convince or change the minds of any of your colleagues across the aisle?
Well, I hope so. And all we are asking for right now is 4 witnesses. Richard Nixon allowed all the president's men to testify. We're simply asking for people who have firsthand knowledge. John Bolton, who actually has said he wants to testify. Mick Mulvaney, who is the president's acting chief of staff, who's the one that made the frontline decision to hold up the aid to this fledgling democracy. And then two others, one of whom has sent these smoking gun emails. It is crazy that they won't allow them testify. And as I said last night at the debate, if they're not going to allow these witnesses that the president claims exonerates him, they may as well give him a scepter and a crown and let him be the king. And last time I checked, in America, the president is not king. The law is king.
Yes, usually.